The show can't start until we crack open a bottle of Revelton. Whether it's their crisp, clean vodka, the bold spice of their rye whiskey, the rich smoothness of bourbon, or the original honey whiskey that started it all, every pour is a taste of craft and passion straight from the heart of Iowa. So pour yourself a drink, settle in, and get ready to relax, laugh, and enjoy the show.
Hey, it's Andrew Downs. I'm proud to support Three Beards Media, and I would love to work with you. If you need merchandise for your company, organization, band, softball team, whatever, I can help. From name brand apparel to promotional items, large orders or small, online stores, and more, I can help your brand stand out. AKC Marketing is local, based in Johnston, and we are an employee-owned business, so our costs are low and our turnaround times are fast. But most importantly, we give you personal service to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for. Email me at andrew@akcmarketing.com or find me on social media, and let's make some cool stuff together. Now sit back and enjoy this Three Beards Media podcast.
Late night shows in a big screen glow. Popcorn's popping, let the credits roll. Debated plots, who's wrong, who's right. Neither backs down without a fight. We'll argue till the sun comes up, but deep down we know what's up. Through every word, through every scene, you're just like me, it's in our genes. Like father, like daughter, it's written in stone. Two stubborn hearts, but we're never alone. Laughing, fighting, loving the ride. At the end of the day, we stand side by side, by side. Sunday dinner, plate stacked high, debating best bites, which sauce to try. You love the heat, I take it mild. Same old story, same old style. We'll argue till the sun comes up, but deep down we know what's up. Through every word, through every scene, you're just like me, it's in our genes. Like father, like daughter, it's written in stone. Two stubborn hearts, but we're never alone.
Hey everybody, welcome to our latest episode of Like Father, Like Daughter. Impromptu episode. It's Black Friday. We're getting snowed in, so we're not going shopping. We didn't go shopping anyways. I am, of course, the host, the father. This is Chris. And Caitlin, how are you?
I'm great. I took a big old nap today. Woke up about an hour ago, so I'm still fighting that.
We got a shit ton of stuff done today, though.
We did.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those days where you just don't do a lot of Black Friday shopping anymore unless you're going to do it online. And
well, unless you need something. Like, it'd be different. Like, you used to go out every year because you were buying a TV for the church for the Knights of Columbus dance or whatever auction. And we don't need a TV. We've already established we've got 13 of them.
12.
I saw one out in the garage.
What?
Oh, is that the one from the back porch?
No, oh, the one in the back room?
Oh, yeah, in the back room.
Yeah, that's from the porch. Yeah.
You just thought there was an extra TV in the
I
garage. You wouldn't have believed
There's
it.
A TV in the garage? I can mount that fucker tomorrow. You know what? I told you when we put the 3 TVs down here in the living room or in the cyclone room, the TV that was in Mom and I's room I brought down here and hooked up. And after like 2 years, she finally came down here one time. She's like, "Where'd you get that third TV?" I was like, "That was in our room 2 years ago." I finally just said to her 2 weeks ago, I was like, we have a couple extra TVs downstairs. I wouldn't mind putting one back in our room. So like, I still want to watch a game or something. I can lay in bed and you can fall asleep. So I took one up there and got it hooked up. So
from where?
One of the boys' TVs in the back room that they took to college. There was a room without a TV. I felt like that was unnecessary.
You know, Kourtney Kardashian said it's bad to have TVs in your room. Now let's go look at the 55er in my room.
Yeah.
That takes up almost the whole wall.
It's fine. It's fine. So, all right. Well, it's been a while since we've had an episode. Of course, we had the episode after Grandma passed away, and
we haven't done one since then.
No, we have not. I don't think so. No.
You know why? You know why though?
Yeah, I know why.
Like, I had just started my master's program,
right around
that time,
and
just
I started.
And I started the 10-week challenge.
Literally October 1st.
And
when
I
did you
started,
start?
I don't know, I'm on week 8.
Okay.
I think. I don't know. I also did not go. Shauna texted me Wednesday
Yeah.
and yesterday and today, and I did not
Oh,
go.
you have not went at all, have you? Yeah.
Well, why didn't I go Wednesday? What was I doing? Oh, I went and got my new driver's license. So whoop whoop whoop. I got a new driver's license. It's no longer vertical. It's horizontal like a big girl now.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy. Did you
It's
get the
fancy.
little like legal star thing on there
Yeah,
too?
I already had that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because that just came out right around my 18th birthday, which is the last time I had
Okay.
a license. So
God dang, that was a long time ago.
yeah, no, it said.
Well,
Listen,
I guess I
if it
remember
says I
they're
have
going to
until
require it in 2020.
listen, it said I had until 2025 to get it taken care of. So I was like, why would I go and subject myself to the DMV if I don't
It's
have
not
to?
that bad.
It actually wasn't. I put my name. I said my name. She's like, go take a seat, honey. I go sit down. I maybe get through 2 TikToks, and they're like, Caitlin. I answer a bunch of questions. I do an eye test, and they're like, all right, smile, no teeth.
Yep. And they don't show you the photo.
No, they used to. Actually, when I got my 16-year-old driver's license, they did let me see the photo.
I'm saying now they don't do that.
They don't do that anymore?
No, they don't let you see the photo.
Oh, I thought they just did it for me when I was 16 because they knew I was a 16-year-old girl and would probably want to see the photo.
No, it's changed now. I don't know why, but they don't.
Well, maybe you have to ask. Maybe it's like a.
I think it's more of they want to get people through, and they don't want people to go, oh, let me take another one. Let me take another one. They're like, no, fuck that. We got shit to do.
No, it was really easy though. So I was in and out, and then I had to go to Walmart and buy a bunch of stuff to make pies, and that's when it hit me. All the pre-made pie crusts were gone.
Oh yeah.
So I had to get up extra early on Thanksgiving, which is why I didn't go to the gym, because I was like, I have to make pie crust now.
So that kind of leads into one of the topics we were going to talk about tonight is you were making pies. You took stuff to Aunt Shelley's house. You took a dish to Aunt Shelley's house for Aunt Shelley's Thanksgiving. Corn. And I was thinking about this yesterday, and it's funny that when we came up with our topics that this came up organically, because I was thinking about it yesterday, was how holidays have evolved for you from being a kid to a teen to an adult now, and how that's evolved a little bit for me and Mom too, right? Like from when we've had kids and now we have kids that are out of the house and so forth. So I think that would be a good topic to start with tonight. So tell me, I mean, you had 2 Thanksgivings to go to.
Yeah.
This was probably the first time that you felt like you had to make meals if you were going to go, right? You weren't a kid where you just show up and eat. Tell me a little bit about how that works out. I mean, how that worked out.
You know, like I'm used to splitting my holidays because I've been doing it since I was 8 years old. I mean, that has never been, that's nothing new to me. I was actually just thinking, like, I can't wait for the day when I have my own family and Christmas morning, I can do it with my kids and like everyone gets to come to my house or whatever, or like I have the opportunity to host things so that I'm not having to go to 2 or 3 different places or back and forth. And so, you know, as a kid, you just show up and eat and get presents, you know, if it's Christmas.
Right.
But I don't remember the holidays before I had to split them. I have the pictures, like there's pictures where Grandma and Grandpa used to come over on Christmas morning, and I don't really remember those. I think I just remember them because I've seen so many pictures.
Right. Yeah.
And I was just so young when all that happened. I do remember when you and Mom, when you and Tracy got divorced, I remember thinking, well, how are we going to do Christmas? And somebody told me, well, now you get double the Christmas presents. And I was like, sick. I'm all in. I'm like, count me in. Double the Christmas, 2 Christmases. And now I feel like my life is the movie 4 Christmases.
Which is a great movie, by the way.
A great movie. Sarah Stone, shout out her. She was on our pod last year. That is one of her. She makes me watch it like every time I come over.
That church scene. I'll swaddle the baby. It's so great.
Woman, swaddle that baby.
It's so good.
Yes. So now with the stress of like, okay, well, I want to make a dish where I go. And when we went to Nick's parents, I knew like I didn't have to bring anything, but I am also Stacy Shipley's daughter, and I'm not going to show up empty-handed. So
Yeah.
of course, when I asked his mom, Julie, I said, Julie, what should I bring? I'm usually the pie maker in my family. She's like, if you want to make a pecan pie, like we would love that. And I was like, I'll make a cherry too. Like, of course, I have this incessant need to like
Right.
one up myself. And I was really regretting that Wednesday when I was shopping and there was no pre-made, not even like the frozen pie shells.
Yep.
And then when I was making it Thursday morning, it hit me. Well, I don't have any pie pans. And now everywhere closes on Thanksgiving. Like everywhere used to be open.
Not on Thanksgiving.
Well, for Black Friday, they might open up early. So I went to Dollar General 10 minutes before it opened, and there were already 4 other cars in the parking lot waiting for it to open, because it was that or go check and see if Ace Hardware had it. Which when I looked it up online, there were some on Ace Hardware, but I was like, Ace Hardware might be closed too since it's locally owned.
Right.
So I walk in Dollar General and I walk around and all I see are big turkey roasting pans and cake pans. And I was like, well, shoot. So I walk out of Dollar General and I'm like looking on my phone, looking for where can I go and buy a pie pan? And everywhere is closed. So I'm like, frick, can I use a cake pan for pie? And you can. The cake pans luckily were kind of shaped like a pie pan. Like they were they were thin and they were, I don't know how to say this word. Obtuse.
Yeah.
They weren't like straight cake pans.
Right.
So it ended up working out. The pies, and also then as I'm making the pies, I couldn't find the rolling pin. So when I didn't have a rolling pin years ago in college, when I would make pies, I would just take my big Costco vodka bottle and wrap it in saran wrap and roll out my pies that way. And it worked. It was a lot of work, but it worked. So I start pulling out the Prairie Fire, and then you and Mom get home from the gym, and you're like, why don't you just use the rolling pin? What rolling pin? He's like,
the one
right here.
Yeah.
I was like,
although I'm not going to lie, I thought you were going to mix in, you were going to do some cherry reduction with that Prairie Fire.
You know what?
And I was about ready to text Kyle Doyle and be like, dude, check this out.
Christmas, I'll make some Prairie Fire cherry pie. Because you and maybe put some cranberries, like a cranberry cherry. And because
here's what you do.
You guys do a cranberry juice.
Or you also do pecan pie with a little bit of honey whiskey from Revelton.
Ooh, okay. So alcoholic pies for Christmas.
There we go.
No,
it's not. No, because you cook all the alcohol out of it. And it just leaves the whiskey.
That's not how it works.
That's exactly how it works.
Google it right now. That is not how it works. If you bake something with alcohol in it, it will be boozy.
No.
I'm not setting the alcohol on fire.
Hold on. Calm down. The reduction that you're doing burns the alcohol out.
I don't think it does.
I think it does. Well, let's ask.
I don't think it's...
reduction in cooking take alcohol out? Survey says yes, reduction removes some alcohol, but not all, but it takes a long time for it to mostly evaporate. A quick boil or flambe.
I'm not flambeing in the kitchen.
Leaves a significant amount of alcohol, while a dish that simmers for an hour or two will have about 5% of the original alcohol.
Okay, well, I'm not going to simmer it for an hour.
Okay, so I still think this is a thing. Honey whiskey pecan pie.
Let's do it.
That's
but I don't think it's gonna bake all the alcohol out.
Well, that's even better then.
That's what I'm saying.
That's even better.
Oh,
we could have used those in some Shipley Christmases.
That's not something. If you had kids under 21, that's not something I could make. So now that all of us, pro of all your kids being adults, we get alcoholic pie.
What do you make in a pecan pie? What goes in the actual like syrup stuff?
It's just corn syrup, brown sugar, eggs, and cinnamon and pecans.
Yeah, you could totally put honey whiskey in that.
No, absolutely.
Okay, that's what we're doing. All right. A boozy
pecan
Revelton
pie.
Honey whiskey pecan pie. All over it. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
All right. How things have changed for me was this was the technically first full holiday that both my parents were gone, grandma and grandpa were gone, and the boys were moved out, and you had a lot going on. So it was a lot of like, we didn't have to get the boys to Pete's house. They were at their host home. We went and picked them up afterwards, but that's not a big deal. So that was a big adjustment. And adjusting to you having other things to do, right? Like, it is getting it's an adjustment for mom and I too, especially not seeing the kids as much, and it's we went to Shelly and Brett's, and Brian was there with all his grandkids, and Beth and Scott were there with their girls. And it was kind of like, when is this ever going to be what we're going to, you know what I mean? I mean, you had said something a few seconds ago about how you can't wait to have Christmas morning and then you don't have to go anywhere or whatever else. But in our defense, I mean, you would find time to go to your spouse's parents' house so that they could see the grandkids and us. And that's you know what I mean? And on the flip side, I always think the same thing when we go to Harlan Christmas. Like, we've been part of Stacy's family for 12 years now, I think, right? No, sorry. Jeez.
How long have you been married to
we met in 2009. So 16 years. We're still, thank God, still going to Harlan Christmas with Jean and all the grandkids and things like that. But at some point, like, Stacy always went to her grandparents' house every Christmas, and at some point that stopped and transitioned into Jean having grandparents, and now, you know what I mean? So at some point that's going to stop. When does that stop? Are we going to have grandkids? Are we still going to see the big family? I think we will, because that's just how the Schmidt family is.
Yeah.
But those things can all enter your mind as far as how that works and that whole evolution of family traditions and holidays.
Well, and Julie and Chris, Nick's parents, were talking about this too, because their daughter, Nick's sister, just got married, and so she wasn't there for Thanksgiving. She was visiting her. They went to her husband's family in a different state, and so they were expressing the same things that you're kind of expressing now, like how it doesn't feel like that long ago that they had to set up tables in the garage for Thanksgiving,
right?
And now how it gets smaller, and they know that it gets bigger and then smaller, and then as their kids start growing and getting married and having kids, like, they know it's going to get bigger again,
right?
But it's just like they're kind of feeling that empty nester like syndrome too. Like, it's very different, and it can feel sad at times.
Yeah.
Just because that you're evolving into a different part of your life. And we had a conversation about this a few days ago, and I just thought it was interesting that Nick's parents were expressing kind of the same things, and that's just how life kind of ebbs and flows.
I'm sure they feel the same way. You know what I mean? It's you and I, when we talked about it the other day, Nick works a lot of hours, so he probably doesn't even get to see his parents very much. So you got to pack those times in or whatever. And how do you navigate that? And how is it fair for everybody? And how, it's a lot for parents and kids to go through. And as I told you the other night, I know that you're a lot like me. So the last thing you want to do is disappoint anybody. So then you worry that you're disappointing people, and I get it. Like, that's the reason why they say sometimes holidays are so stressful. I mean, Christmas is a great example. The last few years for Christmas, you have gone to whatever significant other that you were with after that. You and the boys have always been at our house for Christmas. Obviously, Tyler is up with his wife in Winona, Minnesota, so we don't get to see them as much as we would like. So on Christmas Day, it's you and the boys, and I think Nick was here last year for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was you went to wherever, and the boys we took to their dads.
Mm-hmm.
And then by 11 o'clock, me and mom were home by ourselves.
Yeah.
And, there for a while, we would call Shelly and Brett and see what they're doing, and they'd come up and have dinner, or Jean, grandpa would come over. But that hasn't been the case the last few years. Honestly, the last few years, we've been invited to Tim and Sarah's house.
Yeah.
And it's odd. I mean, it's nice. It's fun. I mean, they're great. And they're very, we love their parents and their family. I mean, we're practically part of the family, but it's not our family. And I told Stacy the other day, I go, Iowa State's probably going to play in a bowl game on the 26th of December. we're not going to do it because we don't have the money this year, but like, what would stop us from getting on a plane Christmas afternoon and leaving? Like,
Yeah.
you guys are gone.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
what's the
just
point?
it's kind of this in between phase in our life. Cause I remember last Christmas, Nick came over in the morning and we hung out. And then we went to his family Christmas at his aunt's house. And then we went back to, I think, my apartment at that time because I was still living there and he was living in he was like transitioning, getting ready to buy a house.
Yep.
And then we just hung out at my apartment and watched Christmas movies and stuff. So it is interesting how it ebbs and flows. And again, and that was another thing that his parents had talked about, like, well, Christmas Eve, like, or something they were talking about, like, we'll probably just go see a movie because that's what we do. And so it'll be interesting also to see in 5 years and 10 years how it looks different. You think about Thanksgiving 10 years ago, Connie's whole side of the family came to Shelly's house for Thanksgiving. That was before, Carly and Emily and Brogan had all gotten married and started having kids.
And now they all go to
and now their family's so big. I couldn't imagine trying to squeeze everyone into Shelly's house now. With Aunt Shelly's kids and all her grandkids, and it's a lot. It is a lot, and we're starting to,
unless we have a year like we did that one time where we all sat outside because it was like 65 degrees.
Or like like even Harlan Christmas, like you can move 5 feet and be with a completely different group of people because there are so many people now, which is, it's great. And it's great to see our family like expand. It is, I think also you're seeing your brothers and sisters and brother-in-laws all they're in this new phase of grandma and grandpa phase.
And we're not.
And you're not. And
this was part of the conversation that Stacy and I had too about like what do we spend on Christmas and what do we do for Christmas with you guys? You guys are a lot older. It's a lot harder. We just had a conversation last night with Josh and Jordan. Like, what do you want? I don't know. And part of me was like, I just want to keep buying them you guys stuff, because I don't want to miss out on the spirit of being able to watch my kids open something. We don't have grandkids that we can do that with yet.
Spoil it.
So this is still my only opportunity to get to see presents under the tree and you guys open stuff and whatever else. So
you're saying whenever the first grandkid comes around, us kids are just going to get the shaft and all the presents are going to be for the grandkids.
You guys are going to get the shaft because
you're going to be like, here's 2 presents, and then there's going to be a mountain of present for whatever grandkids there.
100%. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Wow.
Which transitions to our other topic: best gift you've ever received and worst gift. So we'll start with that. Best gift that you've ever gotten.
Gosh, that's hard.
Or most memorable gift.
I think I got 2.
Okay.
First one, and I think we talked about this during the grandma episode, was the hope chest.
Yeah.
That she had given me, full of all my childhood memories and things that I'd given her that we had done together. And the second,
is still in your room, right?
It's still in my room. I moved it into the closet. You were very impressed when you walked in, and you're like, "Where'd your hope chest go?"
I was actually, yes.
And then last year, you and Mom put together a recipe book full of, the recipes we eat here in this house, but also reached out to, Schmidt family and Shipley family to see like what recipes we could put in that book. And then you filled it with pictures of me eating, which there's a lot of them for some reason.
Right. Yeah, that was kind of let's document. It was kind of in the spirit of this show. Like, let's document some of our family history. I thought it would be neat that you would always have Grandma Betty's, recipe
and it
whatever,
says like who it came from in that recipe.
Right.
I mean, there's, I think, a recipe from Melissa in there.
Part of that too is because Grandma Shipley Nana was starting to get really sick and forgetful, and I was like, man, I wish that we knew how to do this, you know what I mean, or that or whatever.
Cookies with metallic taste,
right? Which is why I said something at work the other day, and they started making fun of it, and I was like, you're making fun of my dead mom.
Dead mom jokes hit every time.
Right?
Every time.
I told Alexis and Morgan they were making it not cool that they were making fun of my mom, my dead mom.
And I had this realization the other day just sitting at the table when you pulled out the soup crackers, and it made me tear up a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the first Christmas that Grandma's not going to make ranch crackers.
Yep.
and not going to make us cookies and treats.
Yep.
And go to Goodwill and find some cute
Some
holiday
t-shirt
tin.
some t-shirt
and
that doesn't fit me.
or yeah, like, you know, like that woman did a Goodwill Christmas, and I'm not mad about it. Like,
Right.
even at 80 some years old, not having a lot of money, she was like, I'm still gonna get everyone a gift or get them something, or make them something. And so that kind of hit me, and I'm like, well, I guess that means it's my turn to take on that role. Like, somebody has to make the ranch crackers, because
there you go. You can make ranch crackers for the boys.
I would sit there and eat them, and for myself.
Yeah.
Because I would every night, and I would ration them so that I could, like, I need to make these Christmas ranch crackers last as long as I can. So
my best gift is probably, well, let's go most memorable. When I was a kid, it was probably 6 or 7. I got a set of 6, 7.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Fuck, I hate that. I got a set of really like tall action figures that were Batman, Robin, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. It was all like the Super Friends. And all I remember is we opened it was in the middle of the night. Mom and Dad either woke us up or the girls woke up, something, I don't know, but I just remember it was in the middle of the night. We all woke up and opened presents Christmas morning, probably like 3 a.m. is what I'm guessing. And I was so excited about those that I went in the bathroom and threw up for a half an hour. Threw up for a half an hour. I was so excited. I didn't understand why I was so sick. And Grandma was like, it's probably because you're just really excited.
Yeah.
So
you're saying there was probably some tears there too, because you were
probably
throwing up, and you were like, why am I puking?
Yeah, I'm sick on Christmas. And
wasn't there like this like phone thing that you
not a phone thing. It looked like an early version of a cellular phone, but it was called a Merlin. And it was a learning game. I'll bring up a photo here of it. Actually, let's bring up this YouTube video. Hold on. This was I'll share the screen here. This was a Merlin, and it was like a memory game, right? So you would like it's muted.
The Electronic Wizard.
Hey, this is a video about a very old electronic game
very
called
old
Merlin. The electronic.
Turn it on.
Huh, that's a good sign. Now let's see. Tic-tac.
Yeah, you could play tic-tac-toe with it.
I'll press computer turn. And Merlin will go. Okay, let's see.
I would play the shit out of this thing. Yeah, that was a memory game.
Here, let's see.
Oh yeah, I could play music. It was all kinds of stuff. There was also a handheld football game that I played a lot of. Let's see if I can find that. Yep, this is it right here. Let's see. This was also super cool. I played the shit out of this too.
Handheld electronic football.
See the little dots?
Oh yeah.
And the brighter dot was the guy with the football. And you'd have to go around the other
Tackled.
one. You got tackled and some high quality stuff that I used to play. So that was, but yeah, the Super Friends thing was probably my favorite because I got really sick.
We watched a movie a couple years ago, and
8-Bit Christmas.
Yes, and
God, it's my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, that is like, you don't really get that excitement anymore with things that come out with the online world, and like, it's not like everyone's going online.
It is to buy it.
Yeah,
I
think the only thing I can think of is the Switch. When the Switch came out, like, those were really hard to get.
Right.
Even if you ordered online, and you might be waiting for them to restock them or whatever, but it's still not the same feeling as like that. What was it? A Nintendo?
It was a Nintendo Game Boy, or a Nintendo Just a basic Nintendo
the
game
Nintendo
system. Yeah.
game system. Yeah.
All right, worst gift you got, and then we got to take a break, and we'll move to.
Oh man, I don't know that I've gotten a worse gift.
Mine would be. We were at a Miller Christmas. It was the first time that I ever remember being at a Christmas with my Miller cousins.
Mm-hmm.
And my Uncle Sonny got me a box, and it had a set of work gloves in it. And I was like 14, and I remember thinking, does he fucking even know me? Because you drew names. It wasn't like it was just like a white elephant gift. We drew names. And I got a fucking set of work gloves. And I remember being pissed all the way home. Like, who buys a 14-year-old kid a set of work gloves?
Yeah,
right?
I don't.
Do I look like I've done any work in my entire fucking life? No. No. Whatsoever.
Did you ever wear them?
No. Fucking threw them in the garbage. I was pissed. I was an ungrateful little bastard is what I was.
You had a. Where'd you get that tool belt? Did you get that tool belt as a Christmas
No,
gift
I just bought that.
year?
I bought that.
Still looks
I
brand
bought
new.
that. Actually, I think I bought that when I went to Jeff Weeks was building a garage in his backyard, and I showed up with that tool belt, and I'll never forget Randy Jimenez is like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "I stopped at Menards and bought a tool belt," and he's like, "No, you have to earn something like that," and handed me a little like fabric sleeve pocket thing to wear that said Menards on the front. He's like, "This is like an apprentice thing. You can wear this, and then when we think you're ready, you can wear the real tool belt." And he wouldn't let me wear that tool belt. And it is funny because if I pull it out, it looks brand new.
Yeah. No, you usually wear it when you put Christmas lights up.
That's the joke that I always make. That tool belt and the skill saw that I have. The skill saw is probably 40 years old. And the tool belt looks brand new, and that's probably 25 years old, which tells you I don't do a lot of work enough to buy a new skill set or enough work that tool belt looks actually used. So,
yeah.
All right, let's get a word from our sponsors, and we'll come back. We're going to talk about big snowstorm because it's currently snowing outside. So we're going to talk about the first time that Caitlin, or a driving in snow story that both Caitlin and I have. And then we're going to talk about if we were snowed in for the next 48 hours, which we might be. We got a couple quick hit questions on that. So let's get a word from our sponsors at Revelton Distilling Company, Styled by JJ Boutique, Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage, all, of course, from the AKC Andrew Downs Marketing Studio. And Caitlin, we have a new sponsor coming on to Three Beards Media. We'll talk a little bit about that when we come back.
Making great tasting bourbon requires the perfect combination of ingredients, conditions, and time. The longer it rests, the better it tastes. Revelton Distillery's new single barrel bourbon is made from 80% corn, sourced 100% from Iowa farmers. And unlike mass-produced bourbons, each barrel of Revelton's single barrel bourbon is unique, proofed on when it tastes best. As they like to say, it'll be ready when it's ready. And to ensure the highest standards of quality and flavor, owners Rob and Christy Taylor oversee the production and bottling. Every single barrel. Iowa born, Iowa aged, Iowa bottled. Try the new single barrel bourbon from Iowa's own Revelton Distillery. ReveltonDistillery.com.
Gentlemen, let's be honest. Finding the perfect gift for your wife or girlfriend isn't always easy. You want something thoughtful, stylish, and unique. And that's exactly what you'll find at Styled by JJ Boutique. Julia Bradshaw and her team strive to be your go-to boutique for casual, boho, and chic clothing and accessories, helping women elevate their style one piece at a time. Located right here in Johnston, Iowa, Styled by JJ brings trendy, high-quality fashion that boosts confidence without breaking the bank. So, if you're looking for a gift that says, "I get you," instead of "I tried," head to Styled by JJ Boutique. Because nothing makes her smile like feeling beautiful. Styled by JJ Boutique, where style meets confidence. Visit our Johnston location or shop online at styledbyjjboutique.com.
Whether you're buying, selling, or refinancing your home, or if it's simply time to renovate the one you're already living in, you need an experienced mortgage professional to help you analyze your financing options and to make sure the closing goes smoothly. And that's exactly what you get when you call Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage. Kyle's experience and expertise, coupled with Wintrust's rates and programs, ensures you'll get the mortgage that's right for you. You may even qualify for down payment assistance. Before you reach out to a realtor, call Kyle and get pre-qualified, empowering you to start shopping for the home of your dreams. Call Kyle at 515-473-0546. Kyle Lehman Wintrust Mortgage, 515-473-0546.
All right, and we're back. Man, we got a couple updates too on our sponsors. First of all, shout out to Julia at Styled by JJ Boutique. I go in Monday, maybe Sunday, to try on a bunch of clothes. And the big reveal will be next Friday night. We'll go live.
Fashion show.
And,
Fashion show at lunch.
We'll go live. I don't even know what that means. We'll go live right before the Pinnacle Awards to show what Julia has got for me. And also, I have to give an extra quick shout out to Jennifer at the Coming Barbershop. She trimmed me up a little bit on Wednesday, and we are going to, Caitlin, I haven't told you this yet, we're going to change my hairstyle and beard style in next month too. So, so we're going to go for a completely different look with beard and hair too. So I have to start growing my hair out is what I was been told. So, so I'm super excited to pair up with Jennifer at the Coming Barbershop. And seriously, you guys have got to go there. It's so great. She's so much fun. It's an old style barbershop right out of her house. I absolutely love it down there. And we have a new sponsor. I am supposed to go film tomorrow, but we shall see. But I'm super excited to make a quick announcement that the Iowa Beef Steakhouse is going to be our new sponsor here at Three Beards Media. Is going to sponsor all of our podcasts. So super dope. I love that restaurant. I mean, you can't go wrong with a good steak. So
it sounds like you need to take me.
Yes. So we'll have to have a Three Beards little tasting party or something. So all right, we got a big snowstorm coming, Caitlin.
Oh yeah.
So as we were talking about this, you said, "Oh, I got a story about driving in the snow," and I do too. So I'll let you go first.
Okay, so you know how you had cancer?
Yeah, I'm aware.
And you were in the
Is
hospital.
this the day that you ate my mac and cheese?
No, this was when you were in Iowa City.
Oh yeah.
For like the whole month of December.
I wasn't there. No, what happened was I got home, and then I got an infection.
Yeah.
The stanky neck. Yeah.
The stanky neck.
Is
the infamous.
Is
Hannah Bacon puts it so eloquently.
Yes. And had to go back there, and I was there for a week. But yes, it was right before Harlan Christmas.
Yeah. So when you were in the hospital though, I got to drive the Malibu because I was driving my little 99 Chrysler Sebring convertible that it snowed into my car even with the top up.
Yes. That was a gem, boy. That was a gem.
Oh, I love that car. But I loved getting to drive around the boo, in the boo. So I was
your car's a piece of shit when a Malibu is like a big upgrade.
A 2016 Malibu in 2017 was okay. Like I could connect my phone Bluetooth. I didn't have to listen to a CD. Like so I was driving down Merle Huff and turning right at by the Kelly's house. I don't know what street that is, the 17th or whatever.
Yeah.
The old way you used to have to take you out of our neighborhood before they added on.
Right.
And I took that turn. I stopped, but I took that turn a little quickly when I started going again. And it was super slick there and super icy. And I would have hit a stop sign, that's for that cul-de-sac. But there was a giant snowbank there and it stopped me. And I got out and I was like, Dad's in the hospital. Last thing I need to do is call him and tell him I crashed his car. I was like, this is going in the vault. I got out of the car really quick, no damage. And I was like, God loves me. He loves me. No damage. I was like, had that snowbank not been there, I fully would have right into that stop sign and probably did some damage to that car. Probably would have had the airbags going on because it was I could not stop. I could not control. I had lost complete control, and that snowbank saved your car and saved my metaphorical life.
I remember one time I was working at York Steakhouse with Randy Jimenez and Jeff Weeks. And I can't remember what car I had. I was dicking around and I was doing donuts in the Southridge Mall parking lot in the snow. And I was like going really fast and hitting the brakes and turning my wheel and like sliding around or whatever. So when I was done, I was like, well, I better get into work. So I was driving into the parking lot and I was going a little fast and I hit the brakes and I started to slide and I like turned my wheel all the way to the left. And I was just holding it and pushing on the brake and I just kept sliding towards this car. And finally, at the last minute, I was like, well, fuck, I'm going to hit this guy. So I just let go of the brake, not knowing that in the snow, if you let go of the brake and let it actually grab traction, you can control it. And my tires grabbed and literally pulled right into a parking spot in between two cars and stopped. And it was like a movie. And I was like, holy shit, that was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. Pure luck.
But you know, pro tip for teaching your kid how to drive, one of the coolest things you ever did was in the Malibu, and you were teaching me, or it was in the Charger.
Yeah.
You were teaching me how to drive.
The Charger had rear wheel drive.
And you're like, your first car is probably going to have rear wheel drive. So we're going to go to the high school parking lot. It was kind of snowy and icy. And you're like, let's do donuts. And I was like, I get to do donuts?
Well,
and you're like,
I wanted you to learn how to fishtail. What would happen if you would fishtail?
Yes. And you wanted me to learn how to like get that traction back because that was a really, and you did it in a safe spot where there was no danger in that parking lot. Like we were, I think, down at the bottom level. There were not by any light poles or anything. Like there was plenty of room for me to be able to gain control again.
Right.
So I just remember though, when I told all my friends, I was like, yeah, my dad took me to do donuts in the snow. They were like, what? I was like, yeah, I got to learn how to drive in the snow, man. So
my snow story, I have two. One was I was working at Wells Fargo with like Del Gardell and Mike Dyer and Joel Clement, and I had this old Bronco 2 that did not have four-wheel drive. The tires were bald, and we left work and I drove all the way home, and it took me an hour and a half to get home. It was bad, and I got all the way home and got in our driveway on Southeast 6th. And got stuck in the driveway and wedged myself like cattywampus into the fucking driveway. I made it all the way home and got stopped there. And I remember going, fuck it, I'll dig out in the morning. But the other one is I had a Mustang. I had the first Mustang that I had.
Yes, the red one.
And it was like brownish red or something like that. Anyways, whatever. Anyways,
I was at grandma's because I know what story this is because I remember grandma getting the call.
And earlier in the day, the lady right next door on the corner, same house. This was after your mom and I divorced. She got stuck right at the end of her driveway. And I went out and dug her out and helped her dig her out and got her in. And then later that night, I left. I had to go somewhere. I can't remember where. And I was coming back and I got stuck in the exact same spot right in front of my driveway. And I'm out there digging, and she walks out. No shit. She walks out and looks at me and goes back in the fucking house. And I thought, you fucking bitch. Like, you can't get your husband to come out. Like, I dug you out today.
Yeah.
And you're watching me struggle here. I was so fucking mad. God, I was mad. It
never would happen in Norwalk, though.
No.
Yeah.
Well, the first year I had the Mustang, I had this brilliant idea that I was going to park the Mustang in the driveway. And then it was less. And then what I would do is I would shovel all the way around it and I would have less. And then because I had the snowblower and I'd leave the snowblower in the garage, I'd snowblow everything and then I could just pull the car in the garage. I did that and it wouldn't go up the driveway. So I put it in reverse a little bit to get some momentum. And next thing you know, I slid all the way down the fucking driveway, halfway into the street, embedded in snow. And Cole across the street is outside shoveling. And somebody else I can't remember, and they're laughing. And I was like, motherfuckers, this is not funny. And all of a sudden I look up and Mom's looking out the window, just shaking her head. Because she knew that was the first time I had that Mustang in the snow. And she's like, the first time, and you already got it wedged.
Stuck.
And thank God Cole helped me dig out and get back in the driveway. We like threw like cat litter on the driveway so I could like get some traction. But I was like, I just kept going farther and farther down into the street, and I just was like, this sucks.
I still have kitty litter in my car because my first car, I mean, my car now, I don't think it's 4-wheel. It might be all wheel or at the very least front wheel. And I still have kitty litter in it because my first car was rear wheel. And I don't know if you remember, but there was a Christmas Eve. I had to go pick up Tyler and someone he was dating at the time.
Maybe.
And I at this point, Tyler was dating a man. And I remember I was in my convertible. So I was probably 16, 17. And this was when I was still going back and forth between you and Tracy's. So I had just gotten done at Tracy's, or I had woke up here Christmas morning. You're like, can you go pick up Tyler? And I was like, yeah, 16-year-old, I'll take any opportunity to drive. So I drive to go pick up Tyler. And Tyler at this point had lived on like back on the south side where those hills were.
Right.
And I remember picking up Tyler from the house and getting stuck on the hill. And I get out the car and I get my little shovel and my kitty litter. And Tyler and his freaking boyfriend were still sitting in the back seat. And I was like, that's not going to help. And Tyler's like, well, we're putting weight on the rear wheels so that you can get some traction. I was like, get your asses out of the car and help me push this thing.
That's actually
I remember calling you and I'm like, I am stuck. And then you had to drive out to the south side to come help me get my car unstuck because Tyler and his boyfriend didn't drive at that time. So they didn't know what to do.
That's actually pretty funny.
I'm like, let's go here, people. Like, start pushing the car, start doing something. Don't just sit back there while this 16-year-old girl's out on the street. I mean, Tyler was 20 at the time. Like, I'm 16 years old trying to dig my car out, and here you are. Well, we're putting weight back here. Yeah, well, that's not helping me because I need someone to push this so I can get over this hill and so we can go. And it's cold out.
Right.
And I was 16. I didn't wear a coat. I was like, I'm in my car most of the time. Why do I need a coat?
I still don't wear a coat.
You know, now I keep the coat with me and I have blankets in the car.
You at least keep it.
Like that time we got stuck in Indianola in the Charger.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Someone had to come pick me up. I think Tracy came and picked me up.
Hannah did.
Hannah Bacon came and picked me up and saved me so that I didn't have to sit for hours in the car.
And then after it was all said and done, I remember Ryan Sievers going, why didn't you just call me? I'd have come and got you. It's like, oh, shit. All right. We're snowed in for 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
3 questions. What movies are you binging? Movies or shows are you binging?
Well, if I hadn't just binged the entire 4 seasons of Stranger Things, now that season 5 has come out, I'd probably binge that again. Right now, I think my current binge is Gossip Girl. And for movies, I don't know. I would want to find something like kind of like Star Wars where there's like
several
movies within the franchise. So
for me, movies, it would probably be either the Star Wars movies or the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I was thinking Marvel.
For TV shows, it would be 2. One that I've already seen before, which is The Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
The other one I've been wanting to binge and I keep forgetting is Mad Men.
Okay.
I want to binge Mad Men.
Stranger Things, dude. You need to get caught up.
I know.
I can't talk about anything. You're like, I don't even remember what happened.
I don't remember what happened to season 4 because it was 18 years ago.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Get on it. We have a snowstorm, so this is what you're binging.
All right, Mom. I guess Mom and I are watching Stranger Things. I should make Mom watch the very first episode and see if she'll watch if she gets hooked.
You know what show I've always wanted to watch? You binged it after you had your weight loss surgery.
Oh, Lost?
Lost. I've always wanted to watch the entirety, although I've heard that the series finale is a giant letdown.
I remember the first time we got like a streaming service and I was so excited and I had Mom watch the first episode of Lost and it ended and I looked at her and go, wasn't that great? And she's like, it was all right. I was like, what? Yeah, I'd watch Lost with you.
You remember?
And Sopranos. I want to watch Sopranos with you too.
I've never seen Sopranos.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
You remember that one show Under the Dome?
Yeah, that show got really stupid.
Got real off the rails.
That came out the summer that we moved into this house.
Yes.
And that
all of us were watching it.
All of us were watching it.
Tyler,
and
the
then
boys,
the next
and I.
season, it was like aliens or whatever, and then the whole thing dropped off.
Yeah.
What meals are you making?
Ooh, well, if I was living on my own, I wouldn't go out to the store. Like, let's be real. The last thing I want to do is do a bunch of crowds.
You're gonna.
I'm either door dashing or I'm driving my butt to Bebop's or McDonald's, because where I was like down the street, or I just wasn't eating. I was just eating like tortillas and cheese that I just happened to have.
Mine is easy. It's chili. We would.
Oh yeah, chili would be a good one. Yeah. But now that it's Thanksgiving, I'm eating pie. Like, we've got so much pie left over.
Pie before my stomach hurts.
We got pie and pumpkin bars and that chicken bacon ranch.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm gonna have that for dinner too.
All right, last question: who loses their mind first?
You. 100% you.
Why?
Dude, I get my summers off, so I'm used to not doing anything for days at a time. And like finding something in the house. My apartment was so clean this summer because like I was only nannying a couple days a week, and I was like, well, I got nothing else to do. I'll just clean up.
You're right, because I would fucking go stir crazy if I could leave the house.
You would be like, I need to go here.
We got a 4-wheel drive. I can go somewhere.
Yeah.
I got a wheel drive. I can go somewhere.
I will say I'm a little stir crazy because I got this Kohl's gift card that Nick got me last year, and I'm like, I've been waiting to use it for Black Friday, and
there you go.
I can't use it. Hopefully they keep their sales up over the weekend. I just got to
sure
make a trip to Kohl's.
Sure yeah, this isn't even a debate. It would be me.
It would 100% be you. 100%. You go stir crazy. You like, and don't get me wrong. Have there been times where I've cried myself with tears of boredom because I've got nothing going on? Yes.
Fair.
But that's only after like, wow, it's been 3-4 days and I've done absolutely nothing. My place is as clean as it's gonna be. Callie has helped a lot because like she keeps me on my, like I can play with her a little bit or but like when I was truly by myself, that was hard. And I think you would lose your mind first by yourself too. Like,
like 100%.
If none of us were here, like if mom and I were out shopping right now, you'd be like, no football games for me to watch. I'm bored.
I'd be scrolling on my phone, probably playing NCAA football and going nuts. All right, that's all we got for tonight. A quick little episode. We appreciate you guys listening to Like Father, Like Daughter. Check out the rest of the podcast on the Three Beards Media Network. We have a new podcast we're going to launch next month called Tracking the Storm.
That'll be a good one.
It's Cyclone history, Iowa State's history with my friends Keith Schrage and Kent Anderson. And, of course, all the rest of our content on the Three Beards Media Network. Again, check out our sponsors, Revelton Distilling Company, styled by JJ Boutique and Kyle Lehman at Wintrust Mortgage. And order all your merch from AKC Marketing and Andrew Downs.
And our new sponsor,
Iowa Beef Steakhouse. Can't wait to check them out, too. All right. I think there's going to be an episode this Sunday of Chair Shots and Chokeholds because I think Survivor Series is this weekend. Shit, I don't know. But we'll find out from them. Of course, Side of the Storm and then Billy and Willie's podcast. If you haven't listened to the latest episode of Billy and Willie's podcast, Willie went on a trip with Bill to an Iowa game, and the rant is fucking epic.
Honestly, I saw the clip of Willie talking about pulling out of his neighborhood and being nervous with all the music. And he was like, dude. Yeah.
Check out the clip. It's like a 12-minute clip of us talking about AI-generated Hallmark movies starring us as Hallmark movies. Amazing. It's so great. All right. That's enough of that. You guys have a great holiday, and we are out of here.
Like father, like daughter, we both know it's true. No one gets me quite like you. We clash, we bond, we love in the right, but in the end we're side by side. So cue the movie, pass the plate. No matter what, you're my best debate. Through every tear, through all the laughter, like father, like daughter, forever after.